All good.
As soon as you go away. Unnecessary. That's gratuitous.
Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the Wednesday, October 31st.
23rd. 23rd. October 23rd.
I don't have my agenda.
There you go.
Why don't I have my agenda? Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024 meeting of the Norfolk County Commissioners to order. On Wednesday, March 29th, 2023, Governor Healy signed into law Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, an act making appropriations for fiscal year 2023, which includes a 2-year extension of the option for public bodies to hold remote meetings by suspending certain provisions of the Massachusetts Open Meeting Law, Chapter 38, Section 20. That action was effective immediately, extending the current option for remote meetings through March 31st, 2025. Thank you. We are live on the remote. You join me in saluting the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll. Commissioner Stady.
I am here, remote, but I am here, sir. Happy to be here.
Commissioner Collins.
Present. Richard, do we have your permission to use your stamp today?
Permission granted. Yes, sir.
There's no executive session today?
No, sir.
Director Cronin. Number 4, minutes, the open session meeting of October 16th. Commissioner
Move
Collins.
approval is presented. Unless you had a problem with them.
All set.
No.
All set. Motion second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is a vote. Number 5, appointments, we have none. Number 6, general comment, public comment. Each meeting in our agenda, we carry a section for public comment for anyone either on the Zoom remotely or in present would like to speak to the commissioners. Now is the time. Public comment. Is there anyone in Zoom land, so to speak, that has any public comment at all? Director Cronin, have you heard from anyone?
No, sir.
Hello?
In that room where the vault is.
John McGowan, if you could mute, please.
Someone talking?
Yes.
Yeah, John McGowan. John?
He needed to mute himself.
Oh. Okay, he doesn't have any public comment, does he?
Okay.
All right, hearing none, we'll go to the next item, which is old business. I have none. Next, public personnel matters for consideration. We have 2, one at the golf course and one at the agricultural school.
Peter, I can move those if you want.
Sure.
I'd be pleased to move for Norfolk County Agricultural High School. Motion to approve notice of contingent employment. Kurt Buckman of Rentham, Mass. as a long-term sub in animal science at the rate stated, effective date of appointment 10/24/24. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a
Aye.
vote. Next, at the golf course, next one.
President's Golf Course, just move approval of the notice of address change for Michael Smith of Weymouth, Mass. as seasonal golf associate at the rate stated, effective 10/9/24. So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It's a vote.
Um,
Okay, moving right along.
There's a revised personnel action from the blue paper, so we're changing the blue paper.
Yes.
So I'll make the motion that we amend the blue paper as proposed by HR.
Is it confident? Are we changing the blue paper form or something?
Just changing the form, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We're updating it.
We have here in our packet, Commissioner, the changes.
It redacts a few of the items that, like you wouldn't want to have social security numbers and stuff like that
It's
anymore.
been reviewed by council and approved by council.
Okay. Let me
Okay.
read them out. Let them read them out so we'll all be on the same page. The following
Okay, thank
changes
you.
have been contemplated and made to allow the form to be sent to department heads electronically for signature. Number 1, date form completed. Number 2, HR approval date. Number 3, remove social security numbers Number 4, remove date of birth. Number 5, change formal to check boxes. It looks very similar here.
It's still blue.
It's hard to tell the differences, but
Okay, and those were on the advice of council, Mr. Chairman,
yes.
or through you to John Cronin.
That's
Those
correct.
were,
Yes.
Yep.
okay.
Do you want to
That's
say
fine.
anything about this? Is this just to,
No, we just
Streamline
recognize
things?
that there were some additional updates to be needed, to be added consistent with the employee handbook, and we ran them all by council and they've been approved.
okay. Let me
I made
ask-
the motion. Richard seconded the motion.
Okay, before I call for a vote, let me ask you about date of birth. We have the date of birth,
Correct.
but it doesn't go out to everyone.
That's correct.
But we can, I mean, I think
Sure.
I think
It
the
is-
appointing authority needs to know the date of birth on certain things, or on everyone,
It's available upon request through the HR department.
but it doesn't go out to the public.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, motion made and seconded. Any other comment on the change of our blue forms? Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, it
Aye.
is a vote. Thank you.
Richard, do you have the warrant list, or do you want me to read it?
I don't have it. You have to do it, Peter, please.
All right, payroll and expense warrants, John.
Could I just make a quick
Yes.
comment for the benefit of Commissioner Stady? Commissioner, earlier this morning, I received approval to proceed with 6 ARPA grants. Several of them are time sensitive because we're trying to move these grants into a space for public bidding before the end of the year. I apologize you didn't receive these 6 ARPA profiles prior to this meeting. I did speak to Commissioner Shea and explain each of them with him this morning. I'll be happy to go through them in detail if you have any questions, but I wanted to alert you that it was really a function of timing that we weren't able to put the details of each of these profiles into your packet, and I apologize. But
Okay,
they are time
That's fine. Just, if Joe and Peter are okay, listen, just send me the information by email for take a look over the weekend or whatever, if you could.
but we're looking for
That's fine.
action today.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
No problem.
that's number 11.
Number
We
9.
Quite got there. Number 9, Commissioner Collins.
Payroll and expense warrants for approval. So I'll make a motion. We approve warrant 25-16 payroll of the county in the amount of $146,854.48. So moved.
Second,
Made and seconded. All in favor? Aye, it is
Aye.
a vote.
I move warrant 25-04 capital A expenses of the school in the amount of $208,160.18. So moved.
second,
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
It is a
Aye.
vote.
The next warrant is 10-04-25 expenses of the county in the amount of $124,851.25. So moved.
second,
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
It is a vote. Next.
Then we have a series of ARPA awards. The first is warrant 25-17 ARPA Norfolk County in the amount of $30,000. So moved.
is John gonna explain those? I'm guessing.
What's the
Would you
30?
like me to explain them before?
Well,
Okay,
no, I mean, like, when you say, like, what each one's
Yeah.
about, or is that coming
we
later?
can do that now. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Was that Peter?
I'll
What number?
I'll second.
30,000 to the county.
Right. Okay. So this would pay for costs associated with Habib Architects, who performed study work on the Wallaston Recreational Facilities restroom that we had originally had planned. That
That's
project has been sidelined, but we still owe the architect $30,000 for work associated with the efforts to give us the design.
Got it. I remember that one. Okay, I seconded it.
So motion been made and seconded.
I have a question before I vote it. So we own a design to
Of a restroom.
a restroom out on the course, so we're not gonna build it this time.
That's correct. Due to rising costs.
Okay, so does it have any use in the future? Could, but
It could if the county came into somewhere in the vicinity
Okay.
of $500,000.
Okay. gotta pay it anyway. Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Next.
The next one is warrant 25-17 ARPA to the county in the amount of $100,000. So moved.
second,
Commissioners, this particular grant would be a sub-award to the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office. As you know, the sheriff came before you earlier this year requesting certain resources. In this particular case, it will fund a sheriff's medical office trailer. And they write, the COVID pandemic has significantly heightened awareness of the mental health crisis, compelling the sheriff's department to hire additional mental health and medical staff. The sheriff's office is in urgent need of replacing their medical office trailer, which was originally installed over 20 years ago as a temporary solution. So in this case, it will fund the majority of $114,722 cost. The sheriff's office will pick up the balance.
Glad to help the sheriff, as we all are. That's fine. Thank
And
you.
as a footnote,
Thank you.
as you ponder that, the probate has been alerted that we need a viable project from them soon. We've been reaching out to them, as you know, to try to help them along, and hopefully we'll have something for them to share with you very soon.
Okay.
But that is for the sheriff's department today.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
So I think you have a motion and a second on that, Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Motion made and seconded on $100,000 from APRA to the sheriff's department. Motion made. All in favor?
Aye.
It is unanimous. Next.
The next warrant is 25-17 ARPA Walpole in the amount of $2,863.33. So moved.
Second.
Okay,
Town of Walpole.
Yeah, this particular item is sort of cleanup money. Walpole had completed their opera awards previously, but realized some savings associated with prior awards. So they sent that back. And in this case, they're looking to fund the administrative construction costs of stormwater and culverts relative to a previous project number 1116. This does complete the final award to Walpole.
Okay. Sounds
Motion
good.
made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So much for Walpole. Next.
Next one, warrant 25-17 ARPA Milton in the amount of $550,000. So moved.
Second.
Okay, so Milton, this will be their final award. In this case, it is a revenue replacement item for the town that has fully designed institutional network, and they're going out to bid for installation of this network in August with an award date of September 25th. This network will connect the town, school facilities with a fiber network, replacing the end-of-life 6-strand fiber network currently owned and maintained by Comcast. Attached was the bid that totaled $865,047. That cost is being offset by this $550,000 county ARPA, as well as $62,000 from town ARPA, and a $250,000 state budget earmark received by the town. That'll do it for Milton.
Do you, Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Commissioner Stady.
Real quick. Through you to John or Billy, do you know what then the total amount of Milton's opera award was that we was awarded? Total amount.
Oh, top, I
How
don't
much?
have that with me. I don't have that with me. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we'll get it next time. All right. But it's great. This finishes Milton, right? They're all
It
done.
is, yes. Yeah, we've been waiting for that
Okay.
one.
All right, thank you. Did you make a motion, Peter? I'm
I
sorry.
did, and you seconded the motion.
Okay, great.
Town of Milton Opera Award. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 It is a vote.
Okay, the next warrant item is 25-17 ARPA Dedham in the amount of $669,242. So moved.
Second.
John, what's the explanation for Dedham?
So in this case, this is an application for an economic impact grant for Condon Park improvement located in the Environmental Justice Block Grant, Section 1, Census Tract 4021.02. This block is designated, excuse me, as an environmental justice community based on the minority criteria. According to the final rule that outlines people of color experience disproportionate rates of negative health outcomes. It also outlines that the investment in parks may be responsive to the needs of disproportionately impacted communities by promoting healthier living environments. Through the course of the design, the town of Devon has received a final cost estimate for $669,242. The bid is currently live and will be closed on October 31st and be awarded and executed prior to December 16th, 2024. This grant, excuse me, does not complete Dedham's applications. They still have some capacity, but this grant is consistent with their closeout plan as submitted to the county. Thank you. We give a motion in a second.
On Dedham, a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It is a Thank you.
The last warrant item is 25-17, ARPA Norfolk County, in the amount of $225,000. So moved.
Second.
Thank you.
Explanation, John?
Sure. So this county application is for the agricultural high school. It funds the Kemp Hall HVAC installation at the completion of a recent study. The bid was put out, the bid is awaiting the approval of these $225,000. Goes on to state approximately 600 students attend the high school that occupies 365 acres of land, 20 buildings. One of these buildings, Kemp Hall, houses classrooms and administrative staff, which was constructed in 1964. While the buildings had some renovations, the exhaust fans, air handlers, and univent are all over 50 years old and in need of replacement. This particular item will hopefully fund this bid, which I've indicated to our procurement staff today. I'm looking to move upon your approval of the grant today without delay so that it is encumbered and obligated before the end of calendar year 24.
So if we get, we pass today, and then we're gonna go right, trying to get it done this year.
Right out the bid. Yep.
Okay, good. Any other questions on the 550,000 for the agriculture?
220.
225.
225. Dedham was 550. Okay.
That was more than.
Motion made and seconded on the money for putting HVAC in Kemp Hall.
But just a quick question, John, just a
Commissioner
question that's
Nichols.
to John and I see, I think John's in the
Yeah, John
background
is here.
too. Yeah, so we're under the same rules as everybody else. We have to get that money in the pipeline, right, John Cronin?
That's correct. It has to be obligated before the end of.
Or we could lose it or we have to. So how do we stand on that? Do we know? Are we ready to pounce on this or
We are.
do you know?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay,
But
all right,
once
just
we do
making
this,
sure.
it's obligated. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll ask,
All set.
you piqued my memory, you piqued my memory, since that figure 250, that comes from the consultant.
225. Yes.
Trying to
does.
get it up. I keep trying to get
It
it
did.
up.
Yes.
225. Okay, so we're not gonna, hopefully when we get the bids, we'll be in the park.
That's
We
correct.
won't be 300,000 short.
You never know, but
I know you never know,
but
but
that's the hope. Yes.
I hope, okay. On the money for the HVAC at Kemp Hall at the school. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
It's needed.
aye.
Next,
That is it.
that's it on the opera, and that's it on the
Warrant, that's right.
payroll and expense warrant.
Yeah, we did. I did all the warrants.
Okay. 10 and 11 are pretty much both explained here. 10 is report on American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, and 11 is opera warrants, which we just did. Do you have anything to add for opera today?
Just for the commissioner's consideration, last week I gave a presentation on the proposed closeout details. Now having the full benefit of the end in sight, if you will, especially with today's awards, I'm planning to send out a letter to all the town administrators and town leaders over the next week to inform them how the closeout is proceeding and what the expectation is for the county to bounce from this phase right into monitoring starting in January. So hopefully I'll have that letter done within the next several days. We'll get it out so the counties, the communities within the counties understand our plan.
Okay, any other questions or issues about opera for today?
All set, thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda, number 12, report from the procurement department regarding bid openings and contract awards, if applicable. We have nothing today,
I
correct?
don't believe so. I saw Trish, but I didn't know she had an update for us.
No, I think she's all set.
Okay.
We can always bring her back. Number 13, June 2024 trial balance for acceptance. It's in your packet, June and August. Did we do July?
We already did July. Yes.
Okay,
So I'd move, and we don't move approval, we move acceptance, correct?
That's
Peter?
correct.
Joe?
correct.
We just move acceptance of the trial balance for 6/30/24 in the amount, I believe it's $55,560,698.21. Is
Second.
that correct? Okay.
That's the correct number on June.
All right,
Made and seconded on the June trial balance. All in favor?
Aye.
It is
Aye.
accepted. August trial balance.
all right. I have to defer to Peter. I don't have that one ready. Sorry. Peter,
Okay.
I don't think I have that one ready.
You got it there, Peter, because I do have it.
I have the balance. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the trial balance from August 31st, 2024, in the amount of $44,470,464.57.
Wow. Big drop, huh? Must be the ARPA money going out. Okay, yep. Second?
On the August trial balance, some motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, it is a vote. It is a vote of acceptance. Thank you. Next. Report of the county director.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Just a few items. To alert retirees of Norfolk County, they'll be receiving correspondence from our Human Resources Division within the next several days. Late last week, our friends at Mayflower Health Plan have alerted us through Medicare and so forth that healthcare costs are rising at a rate which has not been seen in years. Combined with substantial changes to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which has made these changes have been, sorry, I can't speak. These changes that have been made to plan deductibles, fee schedules, and subsidy payments, the rates for group senior health plans are increasing for 2025. So effective January 1st, 2025, the monthly total premium deduction for your Medex 2 with Blue Medicare RX will go from $117 to $135.60. The Medicare PPO Blue Freedom RX plan will go from $102.60 to $134.10. These increases are obviously driven by costs, as I just mentioned, that are beyond our control. But the Mayflower Health Group wanted to advance this information as soon as possible so that the retirees could have adequate notice of this change. There'll be an open enrollment virtual information session held on Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. Information associated with this will be part of the mailing that goes out to each of the retirees. So I just wanted to pass that along as information to anyone who's interested in the retiree impact. It's quite substantial. An increase, and we'll be following it up with details in their mail. I wanted to pass along my personal thanks to our friends in facility maintenance, specifically Rick Giannetti, who over the last couple of weeks has been taking on work that I believe has not been done in quite a while. There are window wells at that old courthouse that have had things growing out of them for quite a while. To get to them, you have to go through the courthouse, over desks, in some cases cubicles and walls, get into the window well from inside and clean it. It's extensive work, and Rick has been tackling it exclusively over the last couple of weeks. John Vignoni filled me in on the details, and I was quite impressed. He's a great worker, as they all are, and I wanted to thank Rick for his attention to that long-standing issue. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Wanted to alert the commissioners we're moving into a negotiation space with AFSCME. Michelle McNulty, our Labor Council, has advanced some dates for us to set ground rules with AFSCME, and right now it's looking like mid-November. I'll confirm the dates once all parties agree, but we're circling into right before Thanksgiving for our first meeting associated with the next collective bargaining agreement. And that is all I have at this time. Thank you.
Question on the increase from Mayflower. It's for everyone, right? Active and retirees.
It's for retirees.
Oh, retirees is going up.
Yes.
Not active members.
No.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. And we pay what? 70/30?
That's correct.
So we pay 70%, so we gotta, and then
Yeah, there'll be an impact on our
They pay
budget,
50.
which you'll hear more about in December. Michelle gave me some models earlier this week. It's something that we'll have to pay for, but it's in the five-figure range right now, so it's not a budget buster, but it is impactful. We have to pay it.
okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, Commissioner Stady.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I wanted to, if I could, ask John Cronin through you, of course. So that's gonna still be a significant increase on even on our own budget, correct, John? That we'll have to bump it up. So I
Yeah,
think that we should, got, I mean, I know the employees have to pay a little more, but obviously on our side, we have to pay a little more. And obviously, if this continues to go at this particular crazy rate, we could be in big trouble. So I think we might want to schedule some time to talk to you and Mayflower, or just have some and then understanding of where we're going on this, you know?
sure. I can actually have Michelle Labadini brief the commissioners in an upcoming meeting
Sure.
if you desire. She's your delegate to the Mayflower Health Group. It was at their recent meeting she learned of these details, and if you have an interest in hearing more about that, I can certainly book her for an
Definitely.
upcoming agenda.
Okay. And maybe a little bit on the same idea, again, through the chair, and I'm sure he would have brought this up. You mentioned that you're going to be beginning in the negotiations in terms of AFSMI, and my understanding at the last Aggie trustee meeting, there could be the beginning of some negotiations there too. I think at some point, the commissioners should get an opportunity to weigh in with the respective people to give you our thoughts and ideas too as well before we begin, don't you?
I think that's a great idea. We can certainly do that sometime in the next couple of months.
Yeah, okay. I just think, I'd like to see if we can see if we're all on the same page more or less, rather than run into something that was unfortunate last year or whatever, but just kind of set some ground rules and then not to interfere, but kind of have general guidelines. That's all, you know. All right, Mr. Chairman, that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you. John, we're still on reports from
I'm all set. Thank
County
you.
Director.
I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Number 16. Emergency item of topics that Chair did not reasonably anticipate to be discussed. I have nothing. Does any commissioner have anything else? Okay. Number 17, I'm going to call for adjournment. Motion to adjourn, please.
My clock is a little off. What?
Okay,
I
we'll
think
have
it's,
Peter adjourn
is it
us.
129, Peter? Tell me if I'm wrong or right there.
Correct. That's correct.
All right, we
129.
adjourn it. I lucked out. We adjourn at 129, guys. Great to see you all and see you soon. All right?
See you,
Safe travel.
Richard. Take care. Second.
You bet.
Motion
Thank
made
you.
and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you very much. We are adjourned. We have a full regular meeting next week.